What's cracking, guys? Bruce Matson here, your host show of Metric Scout Fantasy Football. Today, we're going to continue on with our prospect profile series where we talk about a rookie, talk about their long-term player value in fantasy football, where we should be valuing them in rookie drafts, and so on and so on. If that's something you're interested in, I got a lot of them on the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Tap that like button, help me out on that algorithm, and we'll be on our way. But today we're talking about John Metchie, wide receiver from Alabama. Coming out of high school, he was a 3-star recruit. 247 Sports had him ranked as the 40th best wide receiver prospect in his class. He was down a ways. Freshman year, we didn't see much out of him. He just caught 4 balls. But again, he was sharing the field with Devonta Smith, Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Henry Ruggs. So a lot of guys in front of him for him to start off. Sophomore season, 2020, we saw him do some things, catching 55 balls for 916 yards and 6 touchdowns. That year, he had a 19.6% market share of Alabama's passing production, 2.16 yards per team pass attempt. So he's 0.4% away from breaking out. So if he wants to round up, if you want to call it, that could be his breakout season. But really, officially, we didn't get that till 2021. This year, as a junior, when he caught 96 balls for 1,142 yards and 8 touchdowns, had a 25.48% market share and averaged 2 yards per team pass attempt. On the year, he averaged 2.41 yards per route run and 6.7 yards after the catch per reception. He finished the year with an injury, tore his ACL. That means no combine data really for us to look at. He's recovering, and it looks like he should be good for the NFL season. At the combine, he's measuring at 5'11" and 187 pounds, so he is a smaller wide receiver. The tape, when we look at that, he's not a bad receiver. He has good route running, good short area quickness. He knows how to sell his routes by using head fakes, shoulder movements, really knowing how to attack leverages. Very good sudden wide receiver and creates separation off the break. Has a good release off the line of scrimmage. Can really mix it up when he's getting off the line. But the thing about him is his ball skills. He doesn't bring it home. Guys can get into his basket. He doesn't go too aggressive at the catch points. He can get moved around a little bit. His hands are okay. He can catch the ball right. But at the end of the day, he's not making those highlight reel level grabs. He's an all right dude when it comes to a wide receiver prospect. One thing, Jameson Williams came in this year and said, "This is my house now," and took over when it should have been John Metchie's turf. All these young guys were coming in. Jameson Williams was coming in, and John Metchie kind of like gave the alpha role to Jameson Williams. Metchie was there for a few years. That should have been his to own. Another thing about his Dynasty rookie stock is a lot of people aren't thinking about this, but he might get drafted higher than expected. He's got the Alabama helmet. NFL teams do scout the helmet and not the player. Sometimes we see that in drafts as something taken consideration. So we might see him go in the 2nd or 3rd round. We may see him get drafted higher than what people think. Right now, he's fluttering between the late 2nd, middle 3rd round of rookie drafts. I've done a million mock drafts. He's going everywhere. And really, whether I'm drafting him or not, it really depends on his value in rookie drafts. I'm not going to overpay for him, but if there's a dip and all my guys are gone and he's got some decent draft capital, I feel like he might get the opportunity. I might diversify towards him. I'm not going to run away, but at the end of the day, when it comes to my guys, I'm going to get my guys first. This isn't a guy that I'm going to overstep my boundary to get. The guys I've been talking about that are my dudes in those mock drafts who are going in the 2nd round, sometimes going to 3rd round. John Metchie's not going to go before him in my drafts. I'm going to draft my dudes before him. However, I can get him at a discount. Or if he goes higher than expected in the draft, I expect his price to bump up. If he does get selected on day 2, I expect the market to pump him up, which means I'm hoping some of my guys fall a little bit farther to me so I can catch them on the cheap. And that's what I want, to catch my guys on cheap. Am I out on John Metchie? Not exactly, no, but I think he is what he is. I think he's going to be a nice ancillary role player at the NFL. Can he be fantasy relevant? potentially in the right spot. He does do some good things that if he goes to a quarterback that peppers him with targets, I know targets are earned, but he can earn them with short area quickness, good route running, good separation underneath. That could happen. Am I willing to bet on it? Not often. Not often at all. He's not my guy. He's not one of my players I'm going after, but I will diversify to him. Am I going to pay a lot? No. Early third, I'm fine if my guys are gone. Mid-second, really depends on how bad the draft gets and how bad my guys fall in the draft. But that's just how it is with John Metchie here. He was not overly productive during his collegiate career. He didn't break out till he was 21 years old at the collegiate level. Kind of going to be an older wide receiver prospect. And there's also a chance that he falls in the draft. He's got an ACL. Teams are probably going to be looking for that ACL discount. So if he falls in the draft, probably not going to end up drafting him. There's other guys I like more than him, but if he goes up higher than expecting the draft, I might bump him up a little bit, but I'm not going to overplay my shot. I'm just going to expect everybody else to do that so I can get my guys, and I hope that happens. That'd be nice. I can get Justin Ross at a discount, get David Bell at a discount, and get Zamir White at a discount. That's what I like. That's what I'm hoping with John Metchie. I actually do hope he gets drafted pretty high. I hope he goes early second round, and then my guys come to me in the draft. I draft them up, and I'm good to go. But John Metchie, overall, rookie draft value, we're just waiting for the draft. It's cliche with all these players, but he's very volatile right now, considering we got limited production out of him. We have one solid year, a decent year, and a year with nothing. That's what we got out of John Metchie. On film, we got a solid route runner who can separate with short area quickness, who is very diverse with his route tree, but on the same token, he's not a deep threat guy. He's not a guy that's going to win at the catch point. He's not a guy that has those hands that are going to make those highlight reel plays. He's going to have to win creating separation on the underneath routes. And we got a lot of guys in that draft that can already do that. And I don't see him competing with the Chris Olaves, competing with the Garrett Wilsons. I don't see him up there in that level. I see him a couple notches below. He's not one of my guys I'm going after. However, if he's in the third round rookie drafts, draft capital's decent, third round, fourth round even, I might think, but I'm really hoping he gets overdrafted in the NFL draft. Guys overpay for him in rookie drafts, and my guys fall down to me. Let me know what you think about John Metchie. I feel like he's being drafted all over the place. I feel like the fantasy football community's feeling the same way I am. They're just seeing where he goes in the draft. Then they're going to shoot their shot from there. If he lands in a gold situation, what if he goes to the Packers and he's projected to be their slot guy? Are you bumping him up? And how far are you willing to bump him up if he goes to a stellar situation like that? Can he get overdrafted? Will he get overdrafted? I don't know what's going to happen with the draft, but I do know that if my guys are gone, I'm going to be looking at John Metchie as a diversification asset in rookie drafts. Let me know what you think. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. Every subscription matters. It fuels me to keep pumping out this content. Fuels me to keep helping your fantasy teams and everything else. Again, I want to thank you, and I'll catch you next time.